Hi, this is Vivi and Kerry from Premier America Credit Union. We're talking about some financial tips for consumers. Now, there's a topic that isn't directly related to financial services, but definitely impacts people's financial picture. That is home sales.
Oh, big one.
Remember a few years ago, the mortgage market or the housing market was so brisk that you could put any trash out in the market and it would sell almost immediately.
Oh, definitely. People trying to turn stuff around, and they would just put a coat of paint on it, sell it again for $20,000 more.
Absolutely. Well, I don't know about your neighborhood. There's an awful lot of for sale signs sitting up in my neighborhood now.
Yeah, it's rough.
So we should probably talk about things people need to do to increase the curb appeal to help them sell their home a little faster, make it look better than the neighbors.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I could think of a couple things right off the bat. Just your basic cleaning, inside and out. Getting rid of the cobwebs and dirt, maybe like your front door. You have old soggy flyers on there. I know a lot of people don't look at their front door very often. Just take a broom and just sweep all that stuff off.
People drive right into the garage, go from the garage door into their home, and never even see their front door.
I even had a box on my front porch yesterday. I wouldn't have known about it if I hadn't gone that way.
That gets scary sometimes.
Yeah.
As long as we're talking about walking up to the house and the front door, we're sitting out here, everything's nicely manicured out here. I don't see that in a lot of homes.
That's true. When we sold my father's home, he had quite overgrown bushes. It took a lot of work to clean that up, and it makes a big difference with the curb appeal. Things like that, and maybe painting the trim on the outside of your home, even using some water to clean the walkway, and makes a big difference.
I remember one time when I was home shopping, I was actually concerned with houses that had so many bushes that I could not see the condition of the home behind it. So that's another good reason to trim those bushes. Sometimes when you go into open houses or you're touring with a realtor, you go in a home and there is so much clutter in there that you just don't even want to walk through the place.
Yeah, it's a little overwhelming. I think the visual and the smell can kind of turn people off. The visual, though, that's a good point, because people have a lot of knickknacks, clutter, photos. I think just getting rid of 90% of that makes a big difference on people being able to imagine it being their own home.
So you can picture your own material sitting there instead of all the junk. It's always junk when it's somebody else's.
Of course.
All the junk sitting there. The other thing I've noticed is a lot of rooms, when you go into model homes, have very small furniture in or very little furniture. And it makes the rooms look so much bigger. You can picture yourself in there, and then when you move in, the room seems real small. So I guess getting rid of some of your extra furniture actually helps when showing your home.
Yeah, you got all that floor space now, huh?
Absolutely, absolutely.
I mentioned earlier the smell when you walk in, and if you can maybe clean the carpet, do some basic cleaning, put out some room deodorizers, it can make a big difference on neutralizing that.
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, a basic cleaning really makes a huge difference in the appearance of a home also.
That's true.
One of my pet peeves are fingerprints.
Oh, no.
I find them two places that really bug me. On light switches, those are plastic. They wipe off so easy. But you see these dirty fingerprints there. The other thing I notice, and I notice this especially at houses with boys in them that are growing up, they tend to try to tap the top of doorways. Have you ever seen that?
And the low, too, the little kids. You can see like a dirt line going along the wall.
Along the walls? Absolutely. So if you can just clean up or paint over those fingerprints, that makes a huge difference.
Do a little vacuuming around the edges of the carpet, some dusting, basic cleanup. You know, one thing I was thinking about was leaky faucets. That could be quite irritating for a homeowner. And if you can fix some of those things, it won't be as frustrating for people previewing the house.
Absolutely, and that's a relatively inexpensive fix. Very quick, easy fix. One of the things I look for when I'm going through a home are, where are the electrical outlets? I tend to look behind the dressers, behind the couches, saying, okay, there's an outlet, there's not one here. People don't clean back there.
They don't.
And the other place they don't clean? Now, I'm a little taller than most people. I see the top of refrigerators.
Oh, yuck. You're right.
And very few people clean the top of their refrigerator. That really impresses me when I see a clean one.
I think the oven hood, too. I think that gets overlooked quite a bit.
Absolutely. So I guess the main tips are step back from the house, look at it from outside, follow the sidewalk or the path that the buyer will be walking in, pick up anything that's out of place.
Depersonalize,
clean the details, and look high, look low, and look around.
That's good. I like it. The smart way to go when you're trying to sell your home, make a little extra profit on it.
Now, hopefully when they sell their home, they'll buy a new one with a mortgage from us.
That would be great.